I'm back for Dust2S's ongoing coverage of IEM Dallas 2024, and I'm here with Nico, down to the wire, but G2 has made playoffs. That was a super close match versus Liquid, I think closer than a lot of people expected. The Liquid fans thought it would be a 2-0, the G2 fans probably thought it was going to be a 2-0, but it really went the distance. How are you guys feeling coming out of such a close series against Cadian's boys?
Yeah, I mean, we are feeling very, very happy and we are very excited. It was one of the better games that I have kind of like witnessed. I think we really want to make to arena because we played this standing, so we kind of had this like extra will to like prove something and to get the Jake in arena. And yeah, we are just all very happy and. Yeah, I mean, now it's a playoff, and I think anything can happen. I think we're playing actually pretty good CS. It's not a fluke. It's not anything. Like, we are grinding back the rounds. We're actually playing pretty good as a team. So, yeah, super happy with how we progressed.
You mentioned the feeling that you had something to prove with a stand-in. Can you explain that? Because I feel like a lot of fans would say, oh, well, they have a stand-in, so the pressure is off. But it almost sounds like the pressure was more on for you. What's going on there?
Well, I wouldn't call it like a pressure, but I think we just wanted to make it to playoffs really, real bad. And I think that's mostly because of the Jake. I think because he's the American player. I think the crowd is gonna love seeing him there, and I'm really happy that he got a chance to prove himself again. I think he has been missing for a while. I think he didn't really. I don't think he has shown everything yet at what he has in his career. So I'm happy for him that he like kind of bounced back already with us. So yeah, as I said, I wouldn't call it the pressure, but we just really wanted to make it happen basically, and we did it.
And with that, I feel like a lot of kudos has to go to Jake, like you said, Stewie 2K, and because there was no, I think, expectation that he would perform as well as he did in his first event back in 2 years. You mentioned ATL how his practice was super, fairly awful for him, having to play at like 3 a.m., 140 ping, all these, factors from being a player in America while you guys were still in Europe. How are you feeling about Stewie's performance? Does it sort of feel like the old Stewie you used to face back in the sort of FaZe Cloud9 rivalry days or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he is definitely the player I expect him to be. Like, he's very smart. He knows like what is going on at any point in the round. He's very good in helping me as well. And I was surprised that he still kind of has it all. Right? I thought like maybe he kind of forgot some things, or maybe like he just lost the habits. But actually, like he was like he's very active still, helping me a lot. He understands the game fully. So. Yeah, he like meant a lot to us, obviously, and one reason why he picked him up was because of that. Like, he's very versatile. He knows a lot of things, and that's probably what we needed the most. And yeah.
In another comment to HLTV, you mentioned how it was mostly a management decision to pick up Stewie. And I asked him, and he wasn't really sure of the process of him getting on it. But when was like the first time you knew from management that, hey, we're going to be using Stewie? And what was your sort of initial reaction to that?
No, like I mean, players obviously suggested the players we suggested a couple of players, right? And then G2 went to a couple of them, asked them like, can they play, like, or if they cannot, we have to ask another guy. So like we have asked a couple of guys before Jake that are from Europe, so we could get actually a bit more practice. And yeah, I mean, we were not shocked when G2 decided. Like, we gave idea about Jake, right? And they just like it was kind of easier decision for them because he's from America. I think, as I said, our goal was to make it to playoffs. I think that's gonna help kind of like grow, like, not, I wouldn't call it like to make more content, but I think it's just it helps our like media a lot. I think we're gonna be very popular in arena. Crowd's gonna be on our side, so that was the main reasoning, I guess.
And you mentioned how Stewie brought a lot of sort of ideas to the table, and it looked like he still had a very good knowledge of the game. And I was shocked as well to see like how just assertive he was, on the server and in the comms. Like, at times he was overruling other players. I remember at the very end of the game, he's like, Hunter, I need to talk right now. Were you surprised with how he sort of has the confidence to still be as assertive as he is under your leadership?
Yeah, I mean, I knew how he was before. Like, I talked to other guys, I knew like how he sounds. So as I said, I didn't expect him to be that way because he has not been playing for like two years. So I thought maybe he I'm gonna take it a bit easier. But as I said, he's very active still, and he's bringing ideas. People are listening to him, and he's also listening to us very often. So yeah, I'm quite like positively surprised by him, the way he plays and communicates, and. I think he was a big reason why we won today.
Looking at your own performance at this event thus far, it's been very impressive. I know you've taken on extra duties as the sort of main voice on the team, IGL with obviously input from Stewie and Nexa and the rest of the team. How are you feeling about your own performance, having sort of risen to the occasion to frag out while also leading again?
Honestly, I haven't thought about myself a single time throughout the event. I just focused on a team, helping myself basically, because it's not easy to just switch to an IGL role all of a sudden, especially with a stand-in. So I honestly didn't focus at all on myself, and I'm just playing and just seeing what's in front of me. So I think I'm playing okay. I mean, I probably would have played better if I was not calling, maybe worse. I don't know. Right now in CS2 I'm a bit up and down, but I'm satisfied with just how I played and how I behaved throughout the games, and that's the most important.
HooXi being away from this event at his, I believe, sister's wedding is sort of a big hole to fill in the team as the main IGL in the squad. Has he been able to talk to you guys at all, or has he been fully away and enjoying the wedding? What's his contribution been from abroad?
No, he's been helping me from the start. Even on practice, he was there with us. He was helping me with adding stress, explaining stress, showing to Jake what we have, how we do things. And for this event as well, so far he has been anti-threatening every opponent. We have always stayed in touch. He always brought me down the mistakes that we could have improved, and he has been very active. He's basically our assistant coach right now, and he has been staying up very late to help us, and his input is a huge thing for us as well. I mean, mostly for me because I'm talking to him the most, but he has been a huge help.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, now that you've made playoffs, it's sort of all bets are off now. Your next match will be against FaZe on Friday. It's kind of funny in a way, the sense that Nico and Stewie are now facing karrigan. Of course, it's been many years since this whole thing, but what are your thoughts going into that match? Is it going to be kind of weird for you and Stewie to be facing, karrigan in almost a Boston Major-esque shadow match?
Yeah, I mean, if someone had told me this, like 6 years ago, 5 years ago, no one would have believed me or would have believed anyone. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a very cool experience for both of us. I think crowd's going to be crazy, and I'm looking forward to the match. There's not much to say. They're one of the best teams in the world, probably second best, if not the best. So it's going to be a tough game for sure. But I think with how we are playing, we have a good chance of making it entertaining at least. And but yeah, me and Stewie against karrigan. It sounds weird, but it's going to be hell exciting.
Mm-hmm. Is the sky the limit for this team? Do you think there's a world in which we see G2 make it all the way to the finals and take the trophy? Is that something now you view as possible, having taken down Mnmzzz and made playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, one game at a time. I think we have achieved what we wanted, and I don't think we are playing bad. I don't think we are lacking too much in order to win some teams. So I think anything can happen.
All right, so that's Nico of G2, the temporary teammate of Stewie 2K in one of the weirdest circumstances in the world. They are heading into a match against FaZe on Friday. Thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you in action then.